It's been nearly 40 years since a prominent businesswoman was gunned down in her own home. The Scripps Ranch murder left the community wondering who would do such a thing. And to this day, they still don't know. ABC 10 News reporter Natalie Chuck sat down with a family member who is still searching for answers.
I always felt like she was a celebrity when I was a kid because she lived in California, maybe. But I think that she gave people that feeling like that they were really special, and she was really special.
Krista Ramey remembers visiting this Scripps Ranch house as a kid. Her aunt, Jo Haggai, lived here. The woman who was once a pageant queen in Michigan packed up in her early 20s and moved out to sunny San Diego. Here, Georgia became a successful businesswoman in the 80s. She owned her own company, home, and earned the reputation of a civic leader. Georgia was known for being outgoing and easy to talk to.
I remember conversations that were really intimate. Like, you felt connected to her.
The proof is in these faded pictures.
Book from her birthday party, from her 40th birthday party.
Filled with memories and messages from people who clearly loved her.
So many good memories in just 1 year that I really look forward to your 80th.
That's a birthday she would never get to. It was March 31st, 1986.
About 5 o'clock in the morning, several phone calls came into the San Diego Police Department reporting shots fired.
Tony Johnson is a retired senior investigator for the San Diego County District Attorney's Office. Police reports from that morning say the front door to the house was open. Officers could see a person lying inside, face down on the carpet of the living room floor, and a dog barking viciously standing over the body. That body was Georgia's.
When the door opened and she was shot, the killer shot her once in the chest and then stepped inside the doorway and shot her a second time, basically contact wound to the back of the head.
What does a shooting like that say about the possible motive?
Well, it's clearly an execution because it's not an accidental shooting, it's not an anger shooting. It's somebody who thought about it and deliberately targeted Georgia to kill her.
Police say the shooter used a revolver to shoot and kill Georgia. No shell casings were found at the scene. Neighbors said they saw someone running away shortly after the gunshots, but no one gave police a good description. No gun, no casings, no suspect description, just a mystery. Why Georgia, and why here? At the time, this was a very quiet and safe cul-de-sac, a lot like it still is today. So Georgia's murder rattled neighbors here and rattled her family living states away.
I just thought, who would do this? Like, why? I always wanted to know the why.
Investigators have their theories.
The killer would have a personal motive. It might be something involving emotion, love, money.
A year after her murder, Georgia's parents made this plea to people in San Diego.
We feel that someone knows something and they're covering up for each other.
Almost 40 years later, Krista believes that's still the case.
How do you carry that around? You tell someone in a moment of weakness, a confidant. Does that person then think that they can't live with knowing that, maybe? Maybe if whoever did this is dead, maybe someone that knows that they did it can, help with that. I don't know. Someone knows.
Somebody out there this killer has talked to, it's got to have happened. So we're hoping that that person will see this and call us up and do the right thing.
Krista keeps everything she possibly can from the days when Georgia was still alive.
I feel like if I let anything go that I have of hers, I'm letting her go.
Instead, she hangs on to this book, the photographs.
She was generous, kind, charismatic, and she mattered.
And hangs on to hope that someday they will find out who murdered Georgia Jo. Natalie Chuck, ABC 10 News.